Hi, Holly Robbins again with Effective Dialogue Basics. Before we go any further, I wanted to recommend a video for you from Theremin Trees that he has done, luckily on YouTube. I will place the link below. And it is called Transactional Analysis 1, Ego States. And I want you to familiarize yourself with that video. I like all of his videos, but that one is pretty fundamental for what we'll be discussing here. The main way I want you to look at that is not so much, again, in relationship with other people, but in relationship to yourself, because it will help your analytical self to be able to better analyze your own lab rats and the relationships that they have with one another. He will help you in that video to see how some of those ego states, those lab rats in your head, talk down to other ego states. That video was very, very key in helping me to understand myself and to be able to cultivate better relationships inside my own head with my other selves. Another thing I wanted to address is somebody the other day when I was giving a talk mentioned the idea of enlightenment and overcoming all selves, even the concept of self. And just to address that really quickly, I think that's a wonderful idea, and I think that that is an ideal place to get to. For some people, I don't think that's possible right off the bat. And so that is why I'm recommending initially to get all your selves, because they're all up there, kind of on the same page. Eventually, they might all decide to integrate, and you might find a way to do that. I praise that. I think that's a terrific idea, and enlightenment is wonderful. And I don't mean that in a metaphysical sense, really. I mean that more in a healthy sense of being so integrated. You really are just one person, that your inner selves are so much on the same page, they don't fight. And there are hardly any of them. How you get to that point, I cannot tell you. I have not reached enlightenment by any stretch of the imagination as yet. I still very much have inner conflict within myself. But again, those inner conflicts always lead to reconciliation because I'm capable of analyzing that. Theremin Trees, in his video, again, it's called Transactional Analysis 1, Ego States. Look over that video, watch it 700 times like I did, and it will really help you to be able to discover how your inner selves are interacting with one another. And you'll also begin to recognize how they can have more respect to each other, because self-respect is number one. In my book, you cannot have a better rule than self-respect. And that video will begin to teach you how you can have your more dominant selves respecting your less dominant selves, and your less dominant selves standing up a little bit more and being able to express themselves and their needs, so that you're no longer smashing these parts of your own psyche and causing psychological damage to yourself. So this is all I have for you today. I hope you have a really successful time watching that video. I hope it just makes the fireworks go off in your head, as it has done for me many, many times. I go back to it again and again, and I highly recommend it. Please leave any questions or comments below, and I'll talk to you next time.